Well, good news, bad news. So I actually already recorded this, already did a first impressions on it. Go to edit, and for some reason the audio had some static feedback, couldn't even hear myself, so I'm having to re-record this, unfortunately. But as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, there was a bunch of decent stuff over at Burlington. But, you know, time and time again, I've heard you guys in the comments, every time I pass it up, tell me I need to grab Ben Sherman signature, that it's an underrated little hidden gem. And unfortunately, I can't do my first impressions right now, but I will spray it again to remind myself. But I gotta say, it's definitely ombre leather for $10. Now, it's not 1-to-1. So here's the box. This was $10 for a 30 ml. And I gotta say, I'm pretty much impressed by this one. In the recording that's not making it to video, I used my last little bit of my ombre leather decant. Now, it's not, actually I can throw that away. So it's not a 1-to-1 clone. It kind of reminds me more of Tuscan leather in the top. It's got this fruity smell to it, even though the note breakdown, which I'll have on screen, does not indicate that. It says oud, but I doubt there's any actual oud in here. There might be something to make an oud accord, but it doesn't really have much of an oud smell. It's more of a dry wood. The cardamom really stands out. In the recording you guys didn't get to see, I was convinced there was cardamom. I ended up being correct. That's why I'm disappointed they got to re-record this, because I love going in blindly. It was an obstacle to find a note breakdown. It wasn't on Fragrantica, it wasn't on Parfumo, it wasn't on base notes, it wasn't on eye fragrance. I ended up finding it some random, I don't even remember the name of it. I might still have it pulled up on my phone just to show you guys because I did a search. No, so I don't have it pulled up on my phone still. Oh wait, maybe I do. Okay, so here it is. I found it because I just did a Google search. It's from this place called Perfume Click. I got a 50 ml for $31.80, and when you click it, which I'll have already had the notes from this on screen for you guys, but they actually have a description with the note breakdown. And I gotta say, it smells like it's pretty accurate. It's more herbaceous, green, and fresh and spicy. It's a little airy. It's bright, and then I believe the violet leaf note. There's a little bit of a metallic tone to this. Not so much aquatic, but it adds to the freshness for sure. And the leather is beautiful. It doesn't smell like a $10 fragrance to me. And honestly, I think this is the best smelling $10 fragrance I've ever bought. Unbelievably bargain, bang for your buck. Unbelievable how much bang for your buck this is. Now, I don't know what performance is going to be in the long term. In the short term, I'm going to find out. I'm going to wear it at some point this week. In fact, I'm out the shower. I haven't sprayed anything yet. We'll do 5 sprays, plus the spray on my hand to keep testing. That's lovely. So all of you that told me I really needed to pick this up, that it was a hidden gem, you're right. This is a bona fide cheap hidden gem for anybody looking for literally the cheapest alternative to ombre leather / Tuscan leather that I've ever come across. $10 for this 30 ml. I've seen 50 mls before, and I want to say they're like $15, $13 maybe, $17, somewhere around that range. This is worth rolling the dice on. If you like anything about the Tuscan leather, ombre leather scent profile, just want a nice, spicy, somewhat fresh leather, this is not as bad as you may think it is for $10. It's actually very, very good. I'm quite impressed by this fragrance. If I can get anywhere in the 4 to 6 hour range in longevity, I'm a happy camper with this one. It seems to be pretty bright and relatively loud and strong at first. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. If I can get at least an hour projection and anywhere from 4 to 6 hours of longevity, you want to talk about steel for $10. This is, at least on scent profile alone, and the bottle is actually pretty nice. Burberry Brit vibes with the pattern, for sure, but it actually has a nice feel to the bottle. The cap has the same print. It's a modern British icon. Sticker on the bottom. This blackish gray, matte gray frosted color. The bottle's actually pretty nice. Has a nice feel to it. Atomizer's nice and bright and wide. And it's a good scent. My first impressions rating on this one, I think this is very good. This is every bit of a 7.5 out of 10. Now, the big question is going to be, do I like this more than Rare Carbon from Afnan? No, I don't. I like Rare Carbon much more than this, but not so much more that I would say pass this up if you have Rare Carbon, because this can still work in the rotation if you like that scent profile. $10, guys. I know it's only 30 ml, but I mean 30 ml is going to last me a long, long time. I'm very much impressed by this. I will do a full review at some point, possibly. If not, I'll just give you guys my thoughts in the weekly rotation. Consider this the first wearing, and I may wear it again later this week because I'm pretty impressed by this one, actually. It's actually quite nice. Well, that's my first impressions re-recorded, unfortunately. So it's kind of like a follow-up to my first impressions. So you didn't get to see the initial me trying to figure out what notes were in there, and I did get a few right. The greenery, I got the cardamom and the leather and stuff like that, and the ambery accord, but there's other notes. Jasmine, I don't pick up stuff like that, and and so on, but this stuff's actually really, really nice. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried this already? How many of you, by all means, sound off in the comments if you're one of the ones that told me I really needed to get my nose on this, because you were right. This is a fantastic, cheap hidden gem. If you're looking for the cheapest ombre leather alternative, here it is. This is solid. I'm really digging it. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Ben Sherman's signature and you give it a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.